you know perfectly well that when you go see a movie, you don't just see a video camera following someone around for 2 hours of their life, right? You don't see them wake up, and you don't watch them blink, and you don't watch them make their bed. You don't watch them go through the mundane things that make up day-to-day life. You're not interested in that. You're interested in an abstraction of their mode of being. You want the author, the writer, to present you with the drama of their life. You want the character that's being portrayed to be an abstraction of those elements of human aim and motivation that capture your interest, right? So a fictional account is a distillation, right? Which means that fiction, modern people, because we think that stories are entertainment, we think that fiction is the opposite of fact. And that's a foolish thing to think. We know it's foolish because we know that works of great literature are true, right? We know that Crime and Punishment is true. We know that The Brothers Karamazov or War and Peace is true. Well, it's fictional. It never happened. So how can it be true? And the answer is, well, it's a distillation of what's true, right? A character like Raskolnikov in Crime and Punishment, a character like the Joker in The Dark Knight is a distillation of everything that's pathological, right, into one character. Now, is that real? Well, it's not real in that it is a videotaped representation of an actual sequence of events. It's real in that it's a profound abstraction. And you might say, well, abstractions aren't real. It's like, really? Words are abstractions? Are they real? How about numbers? Numbers are abstractions. There's lots of mathematicians who think that numbers are the most real thing. Well, what does that mean? Well, if you're a master of numbers, you master the world. So how is that not real? How is an abstraction and a distillation not real? Fiction isn't the opposite of fact. Fiction is hyperreal. And the deeper the fiction, so to speak, the deeper the distillation, the more real it is. And literature, great literature in particular, is very deep, but mythology, religious accounts, religious stories are the deepest form of abstraction. So they're the most true. Now, they're the most true. How does it mean that they help you specify your aim better than anything else? There's a definition of true, like an arrow flying true, right? Something that strikes right to the heart. You get your story straight, you see the world in a true manner.